Do you mind starting an episode with love, zen, and calm?
No.
And,
No, not after the weekend that I had with you.
well, I'll tell you why.
For one, he spurned my advances. No, I'm just kidding. So generally,
we're having a pretty gay
generally,
yeah.
we come up with a topic.
Yes. Sometimes you
but
do.
most of the most of the time it's me.
Mhm.
But I didn't have anything. I had nothing. I had zilch for this episode. So I was like, "Hey, Teddy," I was like, "What you got for me, brother?
Yeah.
If not, we gotta collaborate." And he goes, I got a topic," and I'm like, "What's the topic?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Mother coconuts," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the?"
Well,
fuck is
Mother
that?
Coconuts is a line from a pretty
From
popular,
Impractical Jokers,
a
yeah.
fairly good, funny show.
and
Impractical Joker.
I just happen to know the reference because I watch Impractical Jokers. But
Yeah. Well, that was obviously a passing levity, but here's what I think we need to do. Because here's what I noticed.
what?
I don't remember what episode it was, but do you remember when we talked about just random?
Yeah, that was episode 5, I think.
What did we talk about at the end
It
of the
was
day?
it was me dying pretty much. Me
I
being
mean,
dead.
We
Me
did.
being blind.
We did talk about that, but
Yeah.
there was obviously more.
I mean,
to
there was
it than-
more, but I'm saying those are like.
What
the
did we even
prevalent
name the topic?
I called it "Get to Know the Guys," but it was
yeah,
really
yeah,
just
yeah.
"Get to Know Me." because
Yeah, we got to know you. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I do.
which I need to rename it. Did you see that I renamed episode 1?
No, I didn't.
I
notice
named
that.
it something a little slightly more provocative.
Okay,
I named it
you're getting the click
"A
in
White
down.
Guy." A white guy ruins movies for a black guy
Oh yeah, that
because that'll get the race baiters out there. It's the race
Yes.
bait.
that ought to get the clicks.
That'll get it.
If that doesn't get 'em,
Actually, it got 5 more views after I changed the title. So,
you know it's a common tactic by YouTubers
Yeah.
changing up.
well,
something else
and,
in
and
topic
technically, it
titles.
is true. A white guy
It is
did
true.
ruin movies for a black guy.
It is sequels mostly, but it just so happens most movies these days are sequels. So yeah, I'm shit out of luck in that regard.
Yeah, they're garbage, man.
Yeah, dude, you're not having a time of the day today.
Well, the flies are attacking me.
Oh, come on, don't say it like we're sitting in the middle
We're-
of garbage. Dude.
We're sitting in the middle of a
I'm gonna,
compost heap.
I'm 100% gonna edit that out.
No,
you
you're not.
You're besmirching the
No,
character
you're
of my place, my
No,
beautiful home.
It's his beautiful home. It's just we're in Texas and it's 97 degrees outside.
It's 100 degrees outside right now. It's horrible.
But at least it's not that humid though.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just
man.
rained yesterday.
And it did. It rained
Yeah.
here just a couple hours ago.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, we have a
I
bit of
don't
a
know. I was
shower.
sleeping, man, because Lauren woke me up to
Yeah.
shoo some dogs off the stairs of our apartment complex.
Look at you.
She was leaving for work.
being her shining, and
Yeah, I know. I was like, literally, all I said was like, "Get out of here!" The dogs are like, and then they stopped at the second flight of stairs, and they looked back like, "Hey!" And I'm like, "Get out of here!" And then they're like, "All right," and then they just left.
I mean, truth be told, I would not dare walk past like if it's a stray
Oh, they
dog.
were big dogs too.
Yeah, but a stray dog, you don't know what the fuck
No,
that thing is.
no, but I mean, she has to go to work, and I have to do what I have to do. I'm a
Yes,
man,
sir.
dude. I'm a man, and sometimes a man has.
What's
to
the
put his-
expression? Knight in shining armor.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, good lord! Look at you.
I'm a knight in blue jean armor. 'Cause that's what I did. I put on my blue jeans and I walked out there.
Shut up, dude.
I starched them so they were stiff and rigid.
Yeah. Well, this episode starting out super gay is episode 10 of the Barely a Podcast with me,
Yeah,
Teddy,
man.
and Chris.
And Tedster.
Lovely to see you, brother.
Yeah,
It's been too long.
I wish I could say the same, man. I can't get over this weekend. What you done? to me.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time. I need some healing.
Yeah, I know.
It was literally
I
3
did-
day of every time I asked Teddy anything, the response was Mother Coconuts
Yeah.
or Mother Coconuts in a different language because he looked it up in several languages.
The Hebrew one was my favorite. Makoko. But my Jew brothers and sisters out there.
So
Yeah.
that was my life this weekend.
Yeah,
Every
no.
time I tried to have a conversation with Teddy.
I felt I'll tell you what the thought behind it is.
Well,
I know it's an exercise in
frustration.
and frustration and surprise, but sometimes the most good comes out of that. And I thought that episode, which you remind me was episode 4 or 5. Listening back to that episode, I know we named it "Getting to Know the Guys."
Yeah.
But I actually learned something
And what
just
was that?
listening to
Did you learn about yourself?
No, about you.
Oh,
And yes, of course, that's the idea. Like, what good friends do is hold up a mirror.
yeah.
And I thought to myself, I mean, if a guy that's been through that I mean, obviously there are people that have been through
They're
way
worse,
rougher
yeah.
situations, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. For all intents and purposes, that's as bad as it gets. Because dying, I would say, is up there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'd say it's pretty mid.
Yeah, and then so I thought to myself, maybe the most genuine conversations will come from a less choreographed conversation. Not that any of us our
yeah.
conversations has ever been choreographed. We just talk
Yes.
about topic, maybe do some research.
Up until
prepare.
now, guys, we've been scripted entirely.
And if you hear a guy say "cut" in the background, that's
Frank.
yeah. Chris is diligently trying to do a distant voice of a director, which
I think I can pull it off with a dynamic mic.
yeah, it should have been going though directing. Good job. He didn't even get to train on that one. Yeah. So Chris,
What's up, man?
do you like money?
Do I like money? I mean, in the extent that I need it to live in today's economy, I don't particularly like it.
Do you feel, because for some people their relationship with money is complicated? I would say I'm one of those people. What do you say? Would you say, like, do you have a clear idea of understanding of how you want to manage your path to money? How much you want to earn it? What kind of balance you want to have with life? Yeah.
Like my whole premises about life is I just want to be comfortable,
Yeah.
right? Because I think at a certain point, like once you reach like Elon Musk money status, right? Your life can't improve anymore once you reach a certain amount, right?
So they say, yeah.
Yeah. So like I think at a point it's diminishing returns.
Mm.
So like your mate, you have more money, but you can't do anything else with it, right? Because you're already pretty much doing everything you can with it. So I think there reaches a point where it the more you accumulate doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you.
Yeah.
It's just.
Do you think that point, like what do you think? Is it an arbitrary point or whatever you feel like that point is for you?
I don't know what the number is, like the
Yeah.
hard number. I mean, I don't know. I just want to live a more comfortable life. Like
Yeah.
I want a house and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, I don't want an exorbitant amount of money.
Yeah.
Like even if we started making money on this podcast, the majority of the money staying in the business.
Yeah.
So that way, in case, which very slim chance
Yeah.
that we make it big,
Yeah.
we can hire people to do some of the stuff that we won't have time for
Yeah.
anymore. And that's pretty much it.
And I can attest to that in terms of what you've already done for this podcast. Not that
Yeah.
it was ever intended to be a moneymaker, but
Yeah.
but the reason I asked you this question, because you're one of the few people
Yeah.
that I've had an open and slightly more detailed conversation about earning,
Yeah.
and I actually believed what they said about money.
Yeah.
You know, because most people would say either like speaking hyperbole of, oh yeah, I'm gonna go after it, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna hustle.
Yeah.
I'm all about that money. That's again an honest opinion.
Yeah.
You know, that's a way
Well,
of life.
So like, because we know people who all they do is work at
Mhm.
our job or at second jobs, right? So it's like, what are you doing that for, right?
Yeah.
Like if you can't if you're not really increasing your standard of living by doing that,
Yeah.
then you're kind of just
Almost
wasting your
chasing
life.
after money itself, just
Yeah,
numbers, right?
because you're not enjoying. Like you got to find that amount of time here, man.
Mhm.
And if all you're doing is working and that's not increasing your quality of life
Yeah.
in any ways necessary, in
Yeah.
any ways meaningful, then I mean, that's not a win in my book.
Yeah.
So like, pretty much starting in August. I mean, I'll be busy as hell again
Schooling. Yeah.
with school and.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
So
for
I
you, by
won't
the
hit.
way.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You've been excited for a while.
Yeah, it's
It's almost fun to see
it's
the
one
glee in your eyes every time you talk
It's
about
one
school.
step closer to building my giant death crabs.
Oh yeah.
So that will roam across the
God.
country
your obsession with robotic insects.
Dude, I'm gonna be Doctor Doom, dude. I'm gonna be Doctor Doom. I'm gonna take over the world.
Yeah. What was the name of that doctor? Dr. Octopus?
No, it's Dr. Von Doom. Victor Von Doom, dude.
Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
Wasn't Spider-Man?
He's the bad guy. No, that's Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wasn't those mechanical though?
No, yeah, his arms were.
Yeah, so
I'm
on theme here.
I'm talking about. No, you're not on theme because Doctor Doom is completely different. Okay, he's for one enemy of the Fantastic Four.
Didn't Doctor Doom changed into like a steel or something, like his whole body?
His body was scarred, so he encased himself in steel.
Oh,
he's a scientist.
Oh, okay,
he's a genius.
Whatever.
Yeah,
is my response to that.
Yeah,
buddy.
whatever. Yeah, we'll see when just kidding. When I'm standing upon my giant mechanical.
If ever there was ever a threat more emptier. That was it.
There's as much credibility to this threat as there is my candidacy for the 2024 presidency.
There's more chance of you winning the presidency.
Yeah,
than a Victor Von Doom plot unfolding in our friendship. Now, I like I told you, I've had a complicated relationship with money. Only complicated because I'm married.
Yeah.
And our partners don't necessarily share our views.
Yeah.
I am not good with money. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm terrible. It's one of my character flaws, actually.
Yeah.
I don't aspire to earn it. I don't fully recognize the freedom that it will afford me.
Yeah.
So I've had to rely on my.
So you just spend frivolously.
Yeah, almost like not even. So like either I would not spend it where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Or I would not see a need to spend it there, or I would not see the need to earn it, in some sense, to not be financially nervous going forward in the future, right? Yeah. So you need a partner who sort of completes that flaw that you have. Yeah. And it was the same with my parents. My dad was much like me, and my mom was who held down the fort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dude, we need to build a house, right?
Yeah.
So I would always like sort of like look towards my wife to make the call in terms of what is financially sound, right?
Yeah.
But if I could have it my way, we'd go back to bartering, dude. Just exchanging shit, you know what I'm saying? And there is this beauty and romance in that I actually really want to partake. There's still, by the way, some bartering happening in Ethiopia, like parts of Africa.
Yeah. Bartering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, this for this
kind of thing. Kind of thing. Which was
the currency is the good.
It is what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And it still happens, and I like that. Like I really, really, really like that.
I mean that's actually how the prison economy works, right?
Yeah.
So, in prison, your main currency is at least at the prison I worked at, is ramen noodles, right?
Yeah.
Because it used to be cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
But cigarettes got banned from.
And also, prisoners got conscious about health.
Yeah, they got really health conscious.
Yeah.
Because that's what they care about. No, so each a ramen pack is 25 cents there, so it's more expensive in prison. But so they use the dollar equivalent to that's their thing. So 4 packs of ramen is $1. So they'll use that as if you see an inmate buying an excessive amount of ramen.
Yeah.
Some will eat it, but most of it is used for trading.
Yeah.
For other things that they actually want. So when they go to commissary and they're just stocking up on them ramen packs, they're trying to buy something.
Yeah. But you see how that sort of exposes
well, I mean, the entire staff is aware.
I know, but I'm saying if you sort of could extrapolate that transaction to society, to bigger society, if we didn't have this pay gap that we have right now, this wealth gap that we have right now, don't you see like a more cohesive like society? Like
I don't think I don't really think the top 1% affect the rest of society that much, man.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, we've talked about that in terms of capitalist economy. We appreciate
like people like to complain about that, but most millionaires in America are self-made. It's not trust fund. It's not trust fund money.
Yeah.
Most. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't trust fund kids out there, but most millionaires
Correct.
are self-made.
Yeah.
They started a company or something or worked their ass off. And that's the thing. Like, people bitch about this so much, but they're like, oh, it's not fair. You don't even realize the amount of work that these guys put. They freaking sleep like 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
And they're working the other 18.
Correct.
Like, they're not just sitting there collecting paychecks.
No.
Like, people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
they're busting their asses.
Well,
So
Jeff
they
Bezos right
deserve-
now isn't working. He's been with his new girlfriend. I think they got engaged.
I mean, yes, but I mean, up until this point,
Yeah. He's been working.
he was busting his
He
ass
worked.
before he got divorced,
Yeah, of course.
which was fairly recent. It was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
He was busting his ass. Like, I was like,
Oh, I don't doubt
I was
it.
watching the stuff that he was doing.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
They work
he was
crazy hours.
negotiating contracts constantly,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
freaking day. It's like,
Yeah.
that's exhausting work.
There's so much to be said about the work
But
ethic.
most people don't
for
want to
sure.
do that. Most people don't want to work 16, 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
And like, that's,
But what do you think drives people like Jeff Bezos after a certain point? For example, he
I
currently
mean-
owns a $500 million yacht.
yeah. He probably doesn't use it that often, man.
I know.
To be quite honest.
Yeah.
He's probably using it now more than he
Yeah.
ever has.
Yeah.
But I
do-
mean,
But don't you think?
like, there's very few people with the drive to do that. I don't know what it is. It's some innate drive to
Is it
just-
money though?
Maybe. It might be money, but it might be just the drive, like, because I don't think Elon Musk particularly is driven by money.
I don't.
I
think
think
so either.
the money is a result of what he does.
Yeah, it's just a way.
Yeah.
Means to an
It's
end.
just a result of the work that he does.
Correct. No, he has said as much where he has clear objectives for humanity.
Yeah.
Make humanity a multiplanetary species. We need to get to Mars by a certain time.
Yeah.
We need to change our energy dependence. All these things are pretty clear as an objective for a man. I'm not denying the man has a huge ego.
Oh yeah,
wants to be.
I mean, how can you be that important in the world and not have an ego about
Correct.
yourself,
Yeah.
right?
But I want to get back to a typical rich person. Let's say is Jeff Bezos, right? Like just strive to get to somewhere.
Yeah, I don't really know because he's not really out in the social media zeitgeist that often. He doesn't really talk.
What
that
about Mark
often.
Zuckerberg? I don't know. If
Mark
you know much.
Zuckerberg, I think he is.
Do you think
driven,
he added value to the
No.
world?
No, not really. I don't think
could potentially be a detriment, like Facebook, right?
I think initially Facebook might have been
Mhm.
value, but then it's turned into not value because I don't think Meta and what Meta's doing.
Yeah.
And it's not just because we're banned. So people don't say like, "Oh, you're just pissed because you got banned."
Yeah.
No, I never thought it was because I never had I got rid of my personal Facebook years ago.
Yeah.
I only put us on there just to widen our demographic. I don't like social media. I never really have.
Yeah.
Like it seems like a waste of time when I can just make friends. It's like, why do I have to follow you on Facebook? Because I used to know people who were generally upset
Yeah.
if I didn't follow them on MySpace
Yeah.
or Instagram. It's like, fuck, man, I didn't even want to do this.
One of the legacies of Facebook that I actually vividly remember is, do you remember the genocide of this Muslim minority in Pakistan or something a couple years ago? It was this crazy misinformation that was just put out on Facebook. And like we discussed in the previous episode, Facebook is huge outside of America.
Yeah.
It's the primary source of news for everybody. You put out one misinformation, forget the AI-driven, significantly confusing stuff, the next level stuff, just a picture. A meme with somebody from the minority killed somebody from the majority, like ethnically, right?
Yeah.
It's genocide. So Facebook played a huge role, and I think to myself, what would a person like Mark Zuckerberg need to see in the world to just call it quits?
So
like, is it
really on Mark Zuckerberg's part? I don't think he cares about anything outside of America.
Outside of what?
Outside of America.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it might be his product might be big outside of America, but I don't really think he cares about that.
But what do you think drives a person
I'm
like that?
just speculating.
No, I understand. Of
I'm
course,
speculating.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't really seem that he cares that much. I mean, like he's trying to create people to just like socialize in a digital space.
Yeah.
Like Meta.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing, which
metaverse?
flopped. Yeah, which flopped on release. The
Well.
trying to sell digital landscape. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I think
and of course there's
Apple
going to be
did it right.
of course there's going to be a whale out there that buys it.
Yeah.
But
That's a good description.
well, you know what whaling is, right?
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, like when there's something free, like a mobile game or a something like that, and you're wondering how the hell do these free to play games stay afloat?
Yeah.
There's always like 1% of the player base that is pretty much supporting this game. We call them whales.
Loaded a ton of money.
They just like recently there's a game called Diablo Immortal.
Yeah.
And there's a guy, he tried to max out a character.
No.
And he took out 2 mortgages on his house.
I think
and now he's homeless.
Yeah.
Because he still didn't even get a maxed out character. Still didn't even achieve that goal because there's still RNG involved, which is randomness.
Yeah.
And he is so he never even got a maxed out character. So even the goal he set out to do with putting himself into financial ruin.
I blame the banks. I mean, the guy is.
Ultimately, they can't stop you from doing what you want to do.
From a Darwinian point of view, the guy needs to be let go.
Yeah,
we need him out of the genetic pool.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, things have just gotten so addictive that way, and like some of these games, like the free to play games, they're abusive in their monetization.
Yeah.
Not that this has anything to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah. No. We like to segue into topics that have nothing to do with the topic. But
that's one thing we're known for.
I just wanted to explore the mindset of someone who would. I mean, because I get the drive in my 20s. I had a very like youthful kind of thought, which is, maybe like get into creation, like art, digital art kind of thing, music, animation, all the good stuff, and then almost making money was secondary, but it was always there, right? Like I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it's because you need it.
Yeah,
so it's like
I'm thinking about it, but mostly because I'm comparing myself to
like the job that I'm getting into now.
Yeah,
it's all because of the money. It's because engineering is a good field for making money, so it's not for me.
This is good. So why though?
So I can
buy
take care of my wife.
Okay. Yeah. There's one.
So that's it.
Yeah,
that's the goal. Buying a house is included in that.
Yeah, of course.
But it's to take care of my wife.
You want
I'm traditional in the sense that I feel duty bound that it is my job to protect and to provide for my woman.
Yeehaw, dude.
I mean, that is it. I'm old school, man.
I can attest to that. You take that value pretty seriously.
Yeah.
But you see, this is a really good example that you brought up. So is there a next level to that?
What do you mean a next level?
For example, let's say you get a decent job as an engineer. You're earning 6-figure, close to 6-figure, whatever. Decent enough to make a decent living in present day economy. You buy yourself a good house.
Yeah.
Mortgage is not too stifling, so you're paying a decent amount of money.
I'd stay where I'm at.
Exactly. But why do you feel like you have that drive? And some people would be like, okay, on to the next.
Well, because like my goal is to live comfortably, right? If I can go on like maybe 2 vacations a year, not have to worry about bills, having a little extra to put aside, I'm good.
If everyone thought like you, don't you think it would be like such a utopia?
Maybe, but I mean that's what makes the world
because you're
great,
not compromising where you would offer something in terms of skill, in terms of your cerebral capacity to the world. You're not settling for less, right? You're still going after something that is technically, which would require you to be technically proficient, right? But you're saying I am earning just enough that I don't need to pursue a much more complicated career.
So like this was my goal, right? So what I'm doing right now will get me an associate's in applied science, which can get me into base level engineering. If I can live comfortably off that with a house, do the things I just stated, then I'll stay where I'm at. If not, I'll go for my bachelor's in engineering, and then if I can live the way I want off that, then I'll stay. And if not, again, I'll go for my master's to get more. So I have like goalposts set up.
Yeah.
So like if this isn't getting me what I want, I can now do X to get Y, and then again.
But still,
X
you're thinking about the pathway to an end that is definitely defined and marked. It's got like an end to it. You know what I'm saying? In terms of a financial,
there are some things that I want, and that are unnecessary. Like I want a detached garage, like a two bay garage.
That's a modest thing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, a 2-bay garage, which is like.
I know.
And the only reason I want that is because I grew up with that with my grandfather.
Yeah.
He has like a 2-bay garage that's detached from the house. And Lauren's like, well, I want a garage that's attached to the house, so if it's raining, I can be like, fine. I was like, we'll get another garage attached to the house.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is something I'm not budging on. This is what I want.
Correct. This is what you're considering to be an extra luxury item.
It's luxury for me.
Yeah, cool. I understand.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate is what I'm trying to tell you, right? Yeah. And I wonder what would be, for example, you said, if I were to go on 2 vacations a year, and the most you've mentioned in terms of luxury is a detached garage.
Yeah.
I find that really perfect.
Okay.
Like I like it. I like the sound of that. You know what I'm saying? I like the sound of that.
So,
no, I'm not saying if you could own a.
No. Yeah.
But you would feel you're the kind of person that would feel uncomfortable if someone gave you a $200 million yacht.
Yeah. Well, for one, I would sell it.
Exactly.
Because like that, I'm not gonna.
But you see how unfathomable that is for you.
Well, yes, but like
then what possesses a man? I want you to put yourself in a man's shoe.
Well,
who goes out and buys a $500 million yacht?
Well, there's a reason why people go out and buy $500 million yachts.
I want to know why.
Because they want to hook up with younger girls.
Oh my God.
Younger girls want to party.
I mean, the girl that he got, she would fuck him on a $10 million.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's necessary, right?
Forgive
but if you're
Sorry.
wanting to have like as Andrew Tate says, a haram.
If you ever fucking quote Andrew Tate again during this podcast,
what?
How dare you?
Andrew Tate, come over from Romania.
Oh,
come
God.
on the podcast. So you can annoy Teddy. I don't mind you that much, but Teddy, you would annoy the shit out of Teddy, and that'd be funny. This will be bad. This will be pay. Andrew Tate, you got to do this for me, mainly because this will be payback for the mother coconuts for like 3 days. This is why. So I'm actually gonna do. Secret
time. I'm actually having a tiny canvas designed with a mother coconut text on it.
Yeah.
And a giant walrus with bra.
So
just hanging out on one side.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to.
You'll take the liberty.
I'm gonna liberally pester Andrew Tate until he comes on the podcast.
Well, he's not gonna. So
no, he probably won't.
Go ahead.
But I'm gonna put in a lot of effort into this just to bother you.
I know it's another pivot, but I've been asking YouTube to not ever recommend every website, every video that comes up with Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Guess what it does? More Andrew Tate videos.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't they say the algorithm is smart?
Since we're off topic, what bothers you about him?
Oh, God. He is to me what Dylan Mulvaney is on the conservative side.
He's not really all that conservative.
He's an attention whore.
He's more Yeah, he is. Well,
he is not smart. He is smart like Trump is smart.
He's smart in business sense, I think.
Well, I'm sure, yeah. What I'm saying is he's not.
So, okay, so are you talking about his early stuff or his more recent stuff?
I have not followed his recent stuff.
Okay,
I will admit my credulity in that regard.
So, early on, and I think he was doing this to just get famous because, like, a couple of years ago, we didn't know the name Andrew Tate.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you when he came on.
Yeah, I know when he came
Your
on.
Mom's House podcast.
Yeah.
Christina Pazitsky and Tom Segura.
Yeah, it's because he was saying some radical shit.
Yeah, he was insulting women, like brazen stuff about women.
So
I know
it's been toned down a lot since then.
For sure.
But he was just saying
he's trying to go mainstream.
He was just saying that. Well, yeah, he was trying to go mainstream.
Yeah.
So but his last interview.
That's a Dylan Mulvaney move.
But Dylan Mulvaney hasn't toned down, has he? He keeps escalating.
Because he's an idiot.
So the last time Andrew Tate went on Pierce Morgan's show to do an interview. And this is probably not going to even resonate with any of our viewership, but he toned himself down. Like he's more calm, he's more collected than he was in the past because now he's out there, so he doesn't have to say radical shit. I can get why you don't like him from the shit he used to say, but he didn't really mean any of that stuff, to be honest. I mean, that's just from what he says.
Yeah.
It was just to get the views.
Let's just say he's.
You probably still wouldn't like him, to be honest with you.
No. If he's making sense, you know me. I'll be reasoned with.
He is some of the stuff. Okay. I say about.
Oh, I'm sure.
I say about 70% of the stuff he says is reasonable.
Listen, that could be true, for sure. Like I would even grant that without even having to listen to him. I trust your judgment in that regard. Because I wouldn't think you would.
Because a lot of the stuff he talks about is like dating in today's society.
Okay. But I don't think you would endorse all of his
views, not everything.
Especially on women's rights and stuff like that. I don't think.
Not everything.
Because he says some stuff that is pretty wild. But it might be his upbringing. It might be just a shtick that he's stuck with.
I mean, Well, he's also Muslim, so there's that
he's
plays into it. Yeah, he's Muslim.
Oh my God, I didn't know that, dude.
Yeah, he's Muslim. So that plays into it because
inshallah he gets better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't be scared. Inshallah means God willing.
I don't know what that means.
Ethiopia is close to the Arabian Peninsula, so I know a couple words. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't.
But I trust 70%, like you said. I know it's an arbitrary number, but I'm sure he says some things that are reasonable.
because like before it was kind of like 60-40 that you wouldn't agree with.
Okay.
And now it's kind of like 70-30.
It's ever inching into acceptable territory.
Yeah, he's more reasonable, but I mean, some of the stuff you have to take with a grain of salt because of his religion.
Okay. Well, that would be taken in context because it's not an individual perspective, but
it's based off his religion. Because Muslims are more stricter when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's just button up this topic by saying he is currently being indicted.
Yeah, he is, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Like probably again, like most things that I talk about, I wait and see before I make final judgment.
It might be the Trump DOJ kind of thing, you know?
Yeah,
they throw it in not sticking.
Like that. Yeah. The whole thing seems sketch to me on the Trump thing.
Could be.
Well, I mean, the guy who is district attorney, he ran on, I'm going to indict Trump for something.
So that was the New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is a different one.
Yeah. Yes, but.
Yeah. But yeah,
I think that they went 4 years trying to find something.
Yeah.
And they couldn't find anything. So they're like, take the smallest thing that we could fucking grasp at.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see.
You know, I would have to agree with you in regards to the hush money payment thing.
Yeah.
But this charge from the legal.
Like I said, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Is what we're. So to get back to topic though, which is money. That was a good. Money. Why couldn't he even stuck with that, dude? Yeah. It was just great then.
It is.
It was just a rich doofus with nothing, to lose. Just. I mean, good times, bro.
Yeah.
When Trump was just on TV for.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe some good will come out of it.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. So to go back to something that I told you earlier and to sort of pinpoint this whole thing to you and I, you're one of the first people that I believed when they told me this is it for me. Like I want to get this point and no more.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm going to drive that same fucking 2005 Honda Civic until it breaks down.
Yeah.
And then I'll get another cheap-ass fucking car.
Yeah. Okay, now, do you think your perspective might change if you came to money? Like,
I don't know. I can't give you an honest answer on that. Because I don't know how. Because people, it's just like when people are like, oh, I'll never give in to corruption if I gain power. I can't give you an honest answer on that because I don't know because I've never been given that amount of power.
Yeah.
So I can't. I would like to believe that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would like to believe that, but I don't know until I'm put in that circumstance, right?
Yeah.
So I can't give you an honest answer on that because I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a fair answer.
Like the best answer I can give you is like I would like to believe that I would not change.
Yeah. Mostly stay.
Because like right now it's like I don't. Because I don't care about like what most people consider status symbols. Like I don't care about clothes. I don't care about cars. I don't care about any of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm much like that. I don't know if you've noticed, but
well, I mean,
as a black guy with a terrible shoe game,
Like, yeah, that's another thing. Shoes. Like, I never, like, what the fuck, dude? You walk in them. Like, I remember every fucking year, man, at the bus stop.
Yeah.
Like, people would buy white shoes. White fucking shoes, right?
Yeah.
And they wear plastic baggies over them. So they wouldn't get grass stains.
Yes, I
know. They
know.
wouldn't get grass stains. It's like, motherfucker, then why'd you buy white shoes? Like, why do you want to go about your day having to worry about what you walk near if you get your shoe dirty? That's stressful. You're adding stress on your day.
Isn't it
I mean,
crazy?
I get it looks good. I get it's aesthetically pleasing.
Does it, though?
I mean, I guess.
When you're in a plastic bag,
well,
you look crazy.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah.
It's like...
But you're like for the 20 minutes that I'll be indoors and barely walking.
Yeah.
And I also heard there's a certain way you have to walk so you don't crease them.
Yeah. Jeez. Like, you have to learn a whole style of walking just to not to crease your shoes.
Yeah.
You're trying to keep them, like... You want to wear them, but you're trying to keep them, like, in-box mint.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it's nuts.
So could it be... Could, I think we might be onto something in terms of optics where... This could be like the poor man's $500 million yacht, you know?
So like Lauren's a little bit different than me, like my wife. Like she likes...
How is she different? In terms of money?
Well, like she likes clothes and she likes shoes.
Like a girl kind of thing.
Yeah. But I mean, like she likes jewelry and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So, but it's not super extreme.
Yeah.
But it's more so than me, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty, like, it does not take a lot to make me happy.
You would walk bare buck naked if they let you. So I would say yours is not a standard, dude.
No, because
yours is not a standard.
But I do have a lower. Like, I'm jeans and t-shirt kind of guy, man. That's what I wear.
I'm planning to change your swag a bit. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm in any way superior in that regard.
The only thing I won't do is what Teddy wants me to do is wear sandals. I hate sandals. I always have, and I always.
It's not sandals. It's Birks, dude.
Yeah, I don't like open-toed shoes.
Why? Is your toe jacked?
No, they're uncomfortable. I feel naked.
You know, I'm a foot guy. Is your foot bad?
No.
Are your feet bad?
You want to see my feet, dude?
No,
you want me to do a feet reveal?
Yes, but later.
We'll do a foot reveal.
Shut up, dude. Later, if ever we start an OnlyFans, it's gonna be just feet,
barely feet.
Yeah.
No, I've never been an open toe shoe guy. I feel uncomfortable. It's just like when I go out, I don't care if it's 2,000 degrees outside. I'm gonna wear jeans. I don't like shorts.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
Yeah. Well, I get it. I mean, but I mean, maybe you might change your mind just slowly.
And it's not because I have chicken legs or anything like that. No. I just don't like.
I have chicken legs and I'm in shorts.
Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah. Just don't like showing your skin.
No, I don't feel comfortable. It's not showing. It's
what
not
you're saying is, in your
actually.
mind, you're a 15th century
maybe
aristocrat lady.
Maybe. Yeah, I can't show an ankle, dude. No,
maybe.
It's not.
What you're saying is,
I just feel. I feel it's like a comfort thing, right? I don't feel comfortable in shorts. I feel comfortable in jeans all the time.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing about comfort is whatever makes you comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know what it is because you would think you'd be like, oh, you would.
But you've
feel
tried
more
them, right? You've tried them, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 38, dude. Of course, I've worn shorts.
I don't trust you though. Like, I don't think you've ever put on shorts and like actually left the house.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
Like the only time I feel like I would wear shorts is when I'm swimming, which is trunks. I wear swimming trunks. That's it.
I guess
anything other than that.
My ploy to see your feet are not gonna work. So I guess let's just.
I mean, I'll show you my feet, dude. I'll show you my feet if that's what you want.
Yeah, but that thing with the shoe in a plastic bag is insane to me. But that just gave me an idea. Like, this is almost the parallel to the guy who will never use a yacht, $500 million yacht, but still buys it just to say, "Me too."
Yeah,
do you remember the show?
There's people who I'm not like, but when you have that amount of money, it's like, what the fuck are you gonna spend your money on? Because if it sits in your bank account, you get charged tax on it.
Do you?
Yeah, if you have a certain amount past a certain point, you get charged.
I mean, maybe the bank might be
like
what kind of bank, but if you put it in a Swiss bank,
like in a
people just live off of interest actually. Yeah. Right, that's what most people do, just to live off interest.
Yeah. So I know in some United States banks, I don't know if it's all of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you have money, you get money off the
interest,
off the interest, and then they can tax that.
Wow, That's pretty crazy.
They can tax it because it's considered capital gains.
Well, yeah, I mean it's gains, but I just imagine it was just
they tax it pretty heavily.
Wow, interesting.
That's why there is such a to move your
like a perfect way
to move your
that's
money
a whole,
offshore.
A whole world of like how to launder and move money. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's like the United States is a weird like mishmash of like thoughts. It's like we want to encourage people to make money, but then we also want to penalize them for making the money.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's really weird. It's really
you're making a point about people reaching a certain point and then like not really knowing what to do with their money. That's the
thing. It's like people are like, oh, they're rich. Like you complain about the top 1% of people, which is like a minuscule amount of men, and then you want to equivalent that to all men.
Yeah,
like the men make the most money. Well, a very small substratus of men make that amount of money.
That's true.
Or have that amount of power.
Yeah. And for people like Elon Musk, who, like we've said, have at least from what they say, have a clear objective of what they want to do with their money. Like, if he's pouring all that earned money back into SpaceX and Starlink and Neuralink and Tesla,
like I mean, honestly,
he might actually not have enough money.
People might,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like he might be worth billions of dollars right now.
Yeah, and then he even sold stock.
Well, he had to for the
pay taxes.
For the Twitter buy.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about before he bought Twitter.
Well, yeah, because they said he hadn't paid anything in 10 years or so.
And he was just like, how much do you want me to sell? He was even like, how much do you want me to sell?
Yeah, I own Tesla shares. Yeah. Trust me, I felt it.
Yeah. So, yeah. I know, but it's just like, even if you do, people will still bitch. Like, because he paid like a couple billion in taxes or some shit like that?
Yeah.
It's like, and that's still not, I mean, because it isn't, for what they want to accomplish, it's not enough money.
For what he's adding.
But that's one person paid $2 billion in taxes.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
And we're not even considering the employment opportunities he's afforded people.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. It's like they like the problem with like not your version of socialism, but like socialism in general is they want the workers to own parts of the company.
Yeah.
Like it's like, then why would anybody start a company?
Correct. Where's the incentive?
There's no incentive.
Yeah.
It's like then the jobs won't exist.
Yeah. You know, I could maybe have a bias for Elon, which is why I can almost forgive him even. And I was thinking about this because for what he's trying to do, I think he could. Well, he actually needs more money.
I also have a bias for him too because I think he's doing a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Like I think in history, he's gonna be remembered like we remember Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla.
Time will tell.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's gonna be remembered as one of the great like scientists of our time.
It's looking that way. I mean,
because I mean, like who else has done more recently than him? Like honestly,
he's moved a lot.
Yes, he's done so far.
He's moved a lot of things.
In the name of electric cars, which I think are bad.
What?
I think they're bad.
All right, don't open that can of worms right now, buddy.
You want me to tell you why?
Don't.
So, you think if everybody had an electric car right now, our electric grid would be able to support that?
Charging? They want to concomitantly grow the energy production.
I'm not talking about growing. I'm talking about right now because right now they really want everybody just to have electric cars.
But what I'm saying is you can't have the entire electrification of the entire fleet that we currently have, the ICE vehicles, switching into electric without the grid slightly changing into a more sustainable green energy. But if what you're saying, which is
even the green energy that we have available is not sustainable.
Well, what I'm saying is battery packs. So if battery packs are just as much a big deal as electric cars, it means when energy production is less expensive, like it's not as inexpensive as especially as during the daytime at peak hours, you could just store energy during the day and actually maintain the grid throughout the day and actually share burden.
The amount that we drive, I don't think so.
No?
No.
I don't know. I feel like it's doable, dude. But it has to stay toe to toe with the electrification for sure.
Even like the amount of sun that you could gather today on solar panels, like you'd have to encompass a large swath of the land in solar panels.
Well, here's the numbers.
To
if you a small part of Nevada,
the kilowatt hour per current like panel that we have is not the same amount that we can produce with the less amount of gas.
Well, to be honest, they have gotten way more efficient, and it's one of the reasons.
I own solar panels, I know.
Yeah, they've gotten way more better, right?
But they're still not. It's not sustainable because if you have one cloudy day, you're fucked.
Well, that's why you need battery packs. So, which is why I keep telling you the battery pack thing is a big deal, right?
But then we get to the other problem.
I know
Cobalt.
rare earth metals. Yeah,
Cobalt.
Yeah,
cobalt's toxic.
Correct, and the mining is pretty unethical right now. So Tesla has made moves, and I'm talking like a true stock owner right now.
No, I know they've made efforts, man.
They're making moves in terms of making it a more ethical mining process. Their lithium production. By the way, they call them lithium-ion batteries, but it's mostly, I guess, cobalt. Is there a ton of it isn't cobalt? Lithium is a small proportion.
Yeah, it is. I know they call it lithium-ion, but lithium is because if they called it cobalt, then people would be like, "Yeah, it's not very good marketing." Because if anybody looks up what cobalt
correct, yeah, it brings up a lot of red flags. But here's, I agree your concern with your concern regarding if it doesn't keep up. If it doesn't keep up, those rare earth metal mining and the disposing of batteries, old batteries, unless recycled, becomes a huge issue for sure.
Because that's the problem. Because for one, most of these batteries probably won't be reusable.
Well, yeah,
because batteries are only rechargeable a finite amount of times. They're rechargeable to a point. Yeah, they stop recharging after.
There's a cycle. Yeah.
So, but the amount that we drive, like especially with the trucking industry, because that is what wields. That is what makes America's wheel turn.
Correct.
Is the trucking industry. The amount that they drive, I don't think it's sustainable at this point.
Yeah. Well, with currently the Tesla battery packs in a typical Tesla car.
I heard Elon say right now our
10
grid
to 20
can't
years.
support it. Yeah.
Well, the grid, both the grid and the pace of battery production is not keeping up with the electric car production. But that's true. And your concern becomes more true if, like I told you, if it's not keeping up with the pace, that becomes a real issue. But in terms of where we're headed, and if we can manage, like with this innovation, R&D continues forward, there's no way but to actually electrify.
You know, a grid could support all the cars. You know, a grid could.
What could?
Do you know where I'm going with this? Nuclear.
Yeah. We've been beating that drum for a while now. Nuclear is safe. If you're out there,
I like how people
if you're out there and you're trying to build a nuke plant,
pull Chernobyl as like the Yeah. Do you think Soviet Russia had great safety standards? If you do, you're probably misinformed.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Those were not the times where they were like crossing their T's and dotting their I's.
Nuclear energy is very safe, and they people want to talk about waste.
Yeah.
They have a way of converting the wastewater back to being continuously reusable. So the rods will be able to be continuously cooled by the same water over and over and over again.
So that person that I was talking to, who was thinking about the opening up a nuke plant, consult Chris. Apparently, he is pretty versed in
not in the science
tactical
part of
weapon,
but I'm a strong proponent of nuclear. Because right now, like I think ideally cold fusion.
Well, it's just long ways out, dude.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right now, nuclear.
Yeah.
And then invest in cold fusion.
Yes, sir.
Because cold fusion would be probably the safest. Because I'm not saying there's never going to be any risk with nuclear. But it's not what people think it would be.
No, not at all. It's way cleaner than the system that we have right now. Yeah, and it will sustain us for a substantial amount of time.
And energy would be so cheap.
Yes, sir. And Chris can afford that house.
Yeah, then I can afford my house, guys. So get out there and support nuclear energy so I can buy a house.
I'm just wondering how this is going to pivot to avocados right now, because we're just all over the place right now, but I love it.
Avocados.
Would you rather, Chris?
Would I rather? Are we doing Would You Rather on the podcast?
It's on topic.
On the podcast?
It's thematic, dude. It's on theme.
I don't think it. I don't think
It's on theme.
All right,
It's
go
on theme.
ahead. Shoot.
Because this will solidify
Shoot.
the message, I guess, if there's any that
Shoot.
I'm trying to convey today.
Shoot.
Would you rather get precisely the amount of money that would allow you to do all the things we talked about today, including the 2 extra garage doors,
Yeah.
the detached garages,
Yeah.
the 2 vacations a year?
Yeah.
What else did you want? That's it.
That's it.
Simple, man.
I'm a pretty simple guy.
There you go.
I don't really want.
You
much.
take care of your wife, bro.
Yeah.
That's the goal, right?
Yeah. Pretty
Lauren is taking care of.
Yeah.
She buys all the jewelry.
Yeah.
They actually just ship it to her, dude.
Yeah. They just ship it to her. She's subscribed. It's like
It's a subscription, bro.
yeah.
She's
they
not
just
even
ship
going
it.
out to buy
They
them.
just ship it.
She subscribes to Gucci. Is Gucci
yeah.
a jewelry store?
I don't know, man. I don't know anything about that stuff, man.
Well, you're supposed
I
to.
just know they do. I just know they do purses. I don't know
Okay, yeah,
anything
yeah.
else
So
about
it's what is it? We don't know a single Tiffany. I don't know if that's a good brand though.
I don't
Somebody's laughing at us right now.
them. I don't know anything about this stuff, man. You'd have to talk to Lauren.
All right, so it's all done, right?
Yeah.
Just calm down.
Well,
The other half is coming, bro.
What's the other half?
It's not like one of those that I would do, the dirty ones. This is
it better.
this
not
is a
be.
kid-friendly show.
Yeah,
Your
thank
mom is
you.
listening for crying
Yeah,
out loud.
I know.
So, would you rather that but no, it's a but actually. But you would have to give up 2 years from the back end of your life.
Absolutely.
You would?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
What year number would it be for you to say, maybe, but no more? That's it. That's my line. From the back end.
More than a decade.
Whoa. I so undershot my thing.
What do you think?
10 years?
More than a decade.
But you're saying 10 is good.
Yeah.
Wow.
10 is the most I would give up.
So I don't know if this is. I'm shocked. I'm surprised by either the commitment to the goal that you have.
That's what I would do for me and mine, man. Like to have her supported.
Yeah.
Give up 10 years of my life.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. It's a no for me. And the reason I started with the 2 is because for me it's no more than a day.
Yeah.
Literally just a day. Because I have yet to find anything more inherently of more value than time itself.
Yeah. No, I think
and I know we
valuable.
share that.
Yeah, time is so valuable, but I think my time, from my perspective, my time is worth less than her time. From my perspective. She probably feels differently that her
Explain
time is less.
I'm sure she does.
Well, because I want her to live longer than me.
Okay. Is this philanthropy, altruism, or what is this?
I don't know.
Is this love?
I don't know.
It's got to be.
I mean, it is love.
Yeah.
Because I want her to live long and safe.
Yeah. There are some that would say that's a selfish perspective.
It
Not in its traditional sense, obviously.
It might be
not in its
selfish.
traditional sense, because you not being in a picture is not the most ideal.
Well, I mean,
for her.
she would be greatly upset, but
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be sad with me gone.
But she'd have those 2 detached
She'd
garage
have
doors.
all those purses, bro. She'd have her,
Don't forget the subscription.
and the subscription to Tiffany's, apparently.
Dude, I think that came out of my ass.
Yeah.
I don't know what Tiffany.
But I'd give up. I
commend you for that, dude.
I give up my
appreciate
time
that.
to increase her quality of life.
So you see, this is a would you rather, obviously, but it just shows your commitment to actually hitting that goal.
Yeah.
And no more.
Yeah.
But you think it's worth 10 years.
Yeah,
of your
because the whole point of me living comfortably is mainly so she can live comfortably.
life.
Like that's the whole thing. Because right now I'm already, before we got married and before we started dating, I was already living comfortably.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very minimalist kind of dude. I didn't have any furniture besides my bed and my desk.
Yeah.
I had extra money. I was doing what I wanted to do. So I was happy with staying there because I didn't need more.
Yeah.
But now that I am responsible for more than one person,
yeah,
I need more.
I'm pretty sure the sentiment is shared by her as well. So obviously she should be in the picture, helping out, realize that goal, and you most certainly will not have to give up those 10 years. I know that was a pretty cruel would you rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, it's probably a day, no more than a day.
A day. Yeah.
Actually, I wouldn't give up a day. Is what I'm saying. It's
Yeah. Wow.
it's I don't. I mean, maybe my
time is precious, man. I agree with you. Time is
Yeah.
precious, but it's more important for me than to see an extra couple of years here than to have her provided for.
And also the level of comfort that you're seeking out.
Yeah.
Interesting, Chris. That was revealing in more ways than I expected. but I'm taking it so positively because I know that you want it to mean that way, which is you're committed to that goal of being a caring husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making the rest of us look bad, dude.
I'm sorry. I don't think most people should subscribe to my viewpoint.
Yeah.
If you want to, that's on you. But I mean,
don't be suicidal.
Well, nah. It's just.
I'm kidding. Yeah, it's not.
It's for.
Yeah.
It's just that's the way I think. It's like her safety and security and her financial security is more important to me than 2 extra years or 10 extra years on this world.
Yeah,
I mean, of course,
I wonder if your position is going to evolve in the future.
It might. I mean, I've changed a lot since I was younger. I mean, we're constantly changing our viewpoints,
yes,
and opinions. But I've kind of always been in the same viewpoint as this.
Yeah.
Towards my significant other.
Yeah.
This is one thing that hasn't changed about me. Well, and now that I really think about it, I haven't changed as much.
Yeah.
On my viewpoint since I was younger, I've kind of been the same person since in my early 20s to late teens.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed. My only stance is that has changed is my viewpoints on guns. Because when I was younger, I was against it.
Yeah.
I was against firearms.
Yeah. I wonder if your upbringing informs a lot of your views right now, because I trust your views in this regard, in terms of being a pacifist about things that upset you. The thing that we talked about in episode 5. And I find that fascinating. And your answer for this would you rather just blew my mind, dude.
I'm an aggressor.
No, you're not an aggressor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to pause it?
No. No, my earpod case dropped and my earbuds went
How professional of you. He's just looking for his missing AirPod.
Yeah.
But I understand why, because he's missed one. He's lost one. And it's like, not again, dude.
Not again. Never again.
You're in my house, dude. We'll find it.
you just take my earbuds.
I was just looking at it, dude.
Dude,
forget it, bro.
Dude,
yeah.
I don't know. What? These look like yours? That's weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Those are Android. We don't do Android in this house. We're exclusively Apple.
Sir.
We're bougie like that, bro.
Samsung Galaxy Buds, bro.
Yeah, it was. This was informative. I hope you found it informative for you.
I mean,
it
wasn't informative for me. I can see how it was informative for you.
Well, it's a way self-reflection. I don't know if you've ever thought of giving up time. So that would you rather would.
I never thought about that, but I mean, the answer came easy. So yes, of course.
Yeah. So there you go. Now you know where you stand.
Yeah.
And that was the goal of this whole episode.
The whole episode is this:
is to get you to give up 10 years of your life.
So you fucked with me all weekend to get this answer.
Nah.
That was just for fun.
The movie In Time.
Yes, that's a good movie. I actually like that movie.
I just rewatched it a couple of
weeks
ago.
That movie made me really think that Justin Timberlake was a decent actor.
Except
for the one part.
The grieving scene. Yeah. That was
he doesn't do
awful.
Well, I mean, come on, man. He's been a pop star most of the life. How many times do you think he's been sad?
Cry, dub it. I mean, for crying out loud. That
yeah,
took me out of it,
he didn't. Yeah, I agree. That's like the one scene I don't.
Yeah, that was bad.
I don't agree with. Like it wasn't. Well
but everything
done.
else, I agree with you. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
For those that haven't watched In Time, it's a pretty fascinating movie.
It didn't do very well. I don't think.
It would surprise me. It's a pretty great movie. Well. We don't want to spoil it. Go ahead and watch it. It would make sense why we brought it up.
So the premise of the movie is once you hit the age of like 20, you look that way for the rest of your life, and then a clock starts on your arm, You have a clock that's like in your arm.
If you can afford it.
Yeah, and you have like a year on there. But time is also your currency.
Yes.
So you have to use your time to pay for things. So you earn time for your job, and then when your clock runs out, instead of being broke, you're just dead.
So imagine this way. The richest of the rich have centuries on their clock.
Centuries.
So they're like, it's like a 20-year-old and you pull up his sleeve and it's got like 400,000 years left or whatever.
Yeah, he's got.
And your average Joe suffering through minimum wage would be like
they're on
living
days. They're living
on
day
minutes.
by day. Yeah.
Yes, day by day. Minutes
day by
is the game for them. And you can see just people drop dead.
Yeah.
Because if you're homeless, it's not like you're homeless, you're dead.
Yeah.
If you're not employed, you're dead. So by the end of the day, what you get paid is minutes.
Yeah, you're getting paid in minutes. You're getting paid hours, so you're literally living day by day. So you don't ever get a day off in this world.
No, a day off is dead.
Yeah, you're dead. You're dead in that day off.
And people think this might be too far off from our reality.
It's really
not.
It's
it's really not
far off.
No.
But it's actually a really good movie. So if you haven't seen it, go and see it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, End Time is a good recommendation.
It came out in like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
it's pretty good though.
Don't be put off by Justin Timberlake's name.
Yeah, he actually does a fairly good job.
He fairly does a good job. Yeah. What else do you want to say on this podcast? Do you have anything that you want to say about money?
Not about money. I mean, it sucks that you need it to live. But I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, for me, I probably would want to say this is not obviously. Neither one of us are economists, financial advisors.
Yeah, no, we're not.
So, but what I would say is there's more ways than one to earn money. I would want people to start investing in things that they have researched, legitimately have
don't
innate
invest
value.
Like me. You see a pharmaceutical company, you just immediately invest in it. Yeah, don't do that because it's not paying off.
Chris is selling his portfolio. He's selling his portfolio right now. No, listen. By Tesla. Anywho, I will probably stop here. Thank you for humoring my surprise topic.
Yeah, dude. The name of this episode is gonna be Blindsided
with money. Could you put it?
Well, that's gonna be the description, but the title's gonna be Blindsided.
Yeah. Well, my goal is to listen to your most honest thoughts.
Yeah.
Not you're always honest, but I like it when I catch you off guard, and you give me your most organic responses. Yeah. I like that.
But you can follow us on Barely Podcast on Twitter, Barely a Podcast on Truth Social. We're on YouTube. We're on Rumble. I would much recommend you watch us on Rumble because we're monetized there. You have to do a lot to get monetized on YouTube, and then we'll probably be instantly demonetized because we're not quote-unquote PC here at Barely a Podcast.
Yeah. If we crank out more shows like this, we're going to be good.
And also, just because I said this at the end of the last episode and I had Teddy rolling for some reason.
Yeah, it's going to
come see us next Thursday. Same BAP time. Same bad place.
Oh, God. All right, dude. Yeah, good to talk to you, brother.
Later. See you next week, guys.